Hey guys, this is Oz from Brownout Studios. And today what I wanted to talk to you about was the songwriter process. I get a lot of guys that come into the studio and they want to create their own radio-ready hits. And they ask me, how can that happen? So there's a couple of ways. One is, if you're local, you can come in and you can sit side by side with me. And what that's going to do is it's a straight work for hire. There's no copyrights involved in it at all. It's all your creation, 100%. And what happens there is you'll sit side by side and say, I want something that sounds like this. And can you give me an organ sound here? Or maybe you don't even know that you want an organ and you just know that you have a certain idea in mind. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be the guy that pushes all the right buttons and makes that song happen just for you. Here's an example of a guy that came in. This is an awesome client of mine, and he actually came in with some ideas for a musical that he's doing, and he knew exactly all the things, all the sounds that he wanted to happen, and that musical is actually going on right now. You can actually, Frankenstein rocks. I gotta give him a shout out. This guy's a great client among the many that I have that come in here. He's just awesome. Some of his music is going to be playing in the background here of some of the stuff that we've worked on with him sitting side by side with me in the studio. Now that's one example. And then I got other examples where people are across the world. What happens if you're in another country, or you're in another state, or you're someplace kind of far away and you can't necessarily come into the studio? Well, that works too. The way that you can do that is you can just send me a recording of you humming or playing or giving me some kind of an idea of the sound quality that you're looking for. Give me an example of, hey, I want it to sound something similar to this particular artist, or I want the vocal line to kind of do something like this, and I want some instrumentation that sounds similar to this. Or you can just give me carte blanche to be as creative as possible with as little as possible, and basically we can come up with some great songs there too. So I have an example of a lady that was in California, for example. And she gave me a song that, started off one way. And she said, I don't know how to make this into a radio-ready hit. And I'm hoping that maybe you can do something with this song, because I know that the style that it's in now is not necessarily the style that I want for someone else to sing in. And can you make it something that would work? Well, that song is awesome. We actually helped her on the publishing side to find an artist for this song, and we have an artist that's actually going to be performing this song on a regular basis in her shows, getting it on Pandora and a whole bunch of other things that we're going to be doing. So that's a really exciting, great story that we're talking about there, and you can hear some of the music in the background. Here's the before. This person you become. And here's the after of what it sounds like now, with that artist just making it just awesome and sounding amazingly great. Where did you go? The person I'm looking at. There are other examples as well. So I have another artist that he didn't know all of the exact things that he wanted. He just kind of gave me the idea for an R&B track that he wanted. And he said, well, actually, I'll let you listen to some of his own words as to what he said as far as this R&B track is concerned.
Melody. I'll give you the piano melody as best I can. Do 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 do.
So in there you can hear that he's kind of given the ideas of some melody line of what he wants, and the quality was just not there at all. As far as it's not, he didn't give me something that sounds amazing. He just gave me a voice recording of what he wanted, and from there I was able to give him back this. So, you see, you don't really have to give me a lot to work with. I mean, I can make things happen with, a little bit, and I can do great things with that. Or the more you give me, the more it sounds like exactly what you were looking for in the idea. So don't be afraid. Just give me a shout, or either you can send me an email, you can send me a Facebook message. There's a lot of ways to get in touch with me here at the studio. You can even call the phone number for the studio. Just look us up. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on obviously our own Facebook page at brownoutstudios.com. So there's lots of ways to get in touch with us and tell us about your project, your song creations that you want to do. So give us a shout. I mean, no job is too great, no job is too small. It does doesn't matter the size of the project and the type of project or the genre of project. I mean, if I can make it work, then I'm gonna make it work. And the great thing about it is I'm only gonna work on projects where I feel like I can actually really contribute and really do something great for it. And that's because the more that I'm gonna be writing for you, I mean, obviously if you're sitting side by side with me, whatever you want goes. But if you're asking me to be creative with it, then I wanna make sure that whatever I do is gonna be radio ready and sound amazing. And either it's gonna be you, that's the artist, that's gonna take it to the next level, or on the publishing side, I'm gonna help you find an artist, if I can, that actually is going to make that work, and it's going to make it sound amazing. So obviously for that, we're going to be co-writers together. So I have a vested interest in making sure that the song goes somewhere and does something. So I'm going to be working alongside with you to make it just sound amazing and also get in the right hands eventually. Now, I'm not promising that tomorrow you're going to be a mega songwriter, because that just doesn't happen that way. But what I am going to promise is that if you're working with me, then you're working with somebody that's going to actually help you get your music out there in a way that's a little bit different than just putting it on the web and hoping that somebody discovers it. We're going to do a little bit more than that. So give me a call, give me a shout. Let's find out what you're working on. I'm ready for you. Are you ready?